洛德大使回忆说，交恶20多年后，第一次坐下来讨论两国关系正常化这样一个重大问题，心中难免忐忑。不过，双方在之前做的诸多铺垫，所以对谈判前景还是乐观的。
People now, 35, 40 years later, forget that there was great uncertainty in this opening. We had not talked to the Chinese for 22 years. We had fought each other in Korea. There was mutual isolation and sanctions and propaganda. And therefore, we couldn't be sure that Dr. Kissinger's trip would be successful. The purpose was to reestablish contact and to reach agreement that President Nixon would go himself a few months later. So we had some uncertainty as we went, but because we had been communicating with the Chinese through secret messages via Pakistan primarily, we had begun to get some assurances, mutual assurances, that this trip was in both countries' interest. We knew the Chinese were worried about the Soviet Union and its pressures on its northern border. We also knew that China wished to break out of its isolation. It was still in the Cultural Revolution. Most of its diplomatic relations had been broken with other countries. And we knew that the Chinese figured if they opened up with us, they could also break out of their isolation. They'd probably get in the United Nations. They would begin to have relations with Japan and Europe. And for all these reasons, we knew the Chinese had incentive for better relations and had no incentive to humiliate Dr. Kissinger and President Nixon by making it an unsuccessful visit. We had our own relations and own purposes to consider in going there, and we wanted to make it a success. So although we were concerned about the outcome and couldn't be sure it would be successful, because of the objective conditions, the incentives on both sides, and the secret messages back and forth before the trip, we were quite sure that the trip would lead to a summit meeting and further progress.